there anything that you wouldn't say?
Oh, I wouldn't say most things. I'm thinking, why?
Remember that film White Chicks?
Yes.
And they were like in the car
And they were singing.
they were singing a lot.
Was it Natalie and?
Right.
Yeah.
But then they changed it to some rap music.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't say that. Any of that. None of that. No. I don't like swearing. And I reprimand people for swearing around me. I'm that guy.
What about? So you would never say the N-word?
I would never say in any context ever. I never say, not even to be funny, because even if it was funny, I wouldn't want to be that kind of funny guy.
What if you were in a Quentin Tarantino movie
And I had to say
and
it.
there's like your character says it?
Well, I wouldn't be in a Quentin Tarantino movie.
You would turn down Quentin Tarantino.
I mean, yeah, ever since Dusk Till Dawn. I mean, I might have shown up in a Kill Bill for a cameo, but realistically speaking, I mean, I don't know. I need someone else, like, right? Like, I guess the only context I could ever see it being is I am playing a racist person, and the movie is about like racism, and I'm the villain in it essentially. Like, that's the only scenario I could think that would be like.
You'd have to be the villain.
It would have like whatever the character like. So this is like a leap, right?
Okay,
So
right.
I'm not an
Tarantino
actor.
comes
I'm
in.
not an actor. I wouldn't do it for Quentin Tarantino for damn sure. 'Cause I want people to see this movie. But you know what I mean, right? Like the only way I could possibly ever see it of actual value if it was actually directly in a serious movie giving a lesson about racism that was actually like more beneficial, right? To like American History X.
Oh, you would do that.
Like yeah,
You would
I
do
would
that
be
role.
Ed Norton in American History X, right? Not because I want to be Ed Norton's character,
Right.
but that would be the scenario where
Right.
like that would be in my ethical standard, I guess, the only excusable way of doing that. Right.
Okay.
Now that being the case, I think probably the word's thrown around a little too much these days. By both sides of the fence.
Well, so
But
it should be white and black people.
Yes. But I don't get to have commentary on what one half of the fence says,
Right.
which is fair.
Right.
Which is completely fair.
Yeah. So, other than this context of like you're a white actor that's in a Quentin Tarantino movie, you're probably
I view myself as partially Hispanic,
never-
but thank you for
You should probably never say.
whitewashing my heritage, but that's okay. What my character? Who would I be cast as, Joe?
No.
John Smith or Jose Cuervo? But anyways, go.
You would never say the word.
No.
But in that movie, the
Yeah.
girls are singing along in
Yeah,
the radio, and they
go-
at first are like,
yeah.
"I don't want to say this,"
Yeah.
and then the white chicks are like, they go like, "No, go ahead, it's okay."
I mean, again, this is 2002. It was a different time. It was also a Wayne's Brother movie. Different time, because that's not even relevant anymore. But I mean, again, like I do remember there's parts of that movie where it's like that won't happen anymore. Like
But no, but
it
that's
offends my sensibility. Like
But I think.
it was
So,
better.
okay, remember the Kanye West Jay-Z song,
Oh yes, I had yes, Something in Paris.
Something in
Yes, yeah.
People in Paris?
Yeah, great. I mean, it's a great song.
Great song.
It's a great song.
Great song.
Great song.
Do you know how many white people sing along to that song?
Too many, I'm assuming.
It's in karaoke bars.
Yeah, you can't.
And people do.
You can't pull that one up. I mean, again, I think the context of listening to that song, like if I'm driving down the street and that's playing loudly through my car, that's probably an indiscretion. Like, that is a foul, right? Like you can't do that, right? Like even in general, right? Even if you're black, like you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be like, because it promotes racism. It promotes it. It promotes it, right? One way or the other, it promotes it, right? And I'm not saying like this is like the whitewashing of music or anything like that, right? I'm just saying that particular word, no matter the context, no matter who you're saying it, there is no taking control of it. Because the more you say it, the more other people are going to use it against you. And the more that you say it, the more you're just perpetuating the word actually in the lexicon of the culture, right?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, like, unless you can segregate people from listening to music, which you shouldn't or couldn't.
No.
Like, I can't see how.
But if, okay.
Like,
But if you're like a black comedian or a black musician, And well, I don't want to go.
First of all, that's lazy comedy. That's probably
I don't wanna go down that
immediately,
road.
but then it's lazy comedy.
Right.
It's
But
lazy.
if you're like like talking about your experience, that word is part of it. You shouldn't because it just
But again,
because
you have to
okay.
treat it with reverence, and
Right.
again, like I'm going back to my American History X thing, where it's like you can't be making fun of it, or you can't be just throwing it around.
Right. We gotta get back on the side of the fence. You're on the wrong side of the fence.
Okay, all right.
Talking about that.
All right.
You're talking about the wrong side of the
Fine,
fence.
back on my side of the fence.
So, I was really just thinking about any context of a white person using that word.
No. And there's other words.
What's another word?
Like, can't say it, but there's like the C word. You gotta
like other words for describing
yeah.
different people of different.
Yeah. All right. And usually, what it comes down to is that you boil it down to like, okay, there is the majority of essentially white people, mostly white men. I guess white men are like on the top of the like pyramid in general, and at least this is society. And then you think about like all the kind of like marginalized people that have. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't say suffered is necessarily the right word currently, but like over history, the white man has been the villain, in the eyes of today's society. Back then, it was called being successful. Now it's been called being a supremacist almost.
Okay.
Like you get what I'm saying. So you have to be respectful that the terminology used to these different, often marginalized, almost certainly downcast minorities was like a token insult to like sum up their entire culture within like something that is too simple. Like it's disrespectful, right? So that doesn't go away over time, right? I had someone at work the other day like use the phrase "in a coon's age," and I had to pull them aside to point out that was actually like a very racist term about black people.
What is he? I don't even know.
I haven't heard about that in a coon's. Don't look it up, but I mean it's completely racial, right? It's like mandingo. Like it's not like there's other words that are somehow like not.
It's a way of saying I haven't heard that in ages.
Yeah,
but just
you put the word.
But why add that?
I don't know, but someone did.
Spice it up.
I guess that's what they thought they were doing, but it was just kind of like, no, you can't. This is what you said means. Never say that again out loud. And hopefully the people in this office are too young to know what the word you just said is actually referring to.
How old is this guy? Like 80?
No, I think she's 54. Italian,
What do you say about Italians?
What? I mean, did they invent fascism? But I mean, sorry.